Monday, October 6th is the date. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Figure 4 podcast. My name is Doug. In this episode, Donald and I are going to touch on the WrestlePalooza pay-per-view and what we thought of it. And we're also going to touch on where we think WWE is right now. We kind of think it's a little bit stale and we can't put a finger on what we think is wrong. And we also discuss a little bit of AEW and how they're kind of on the rise a little bit. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's get to the show. I'm going to start with just the pay-per-view from this weekend, the great WrestlePalooza. I can't remember, I think it was CM Punk said just every time I had to say WrestlePalooza, it was like nails on a chalkboard. He did. I don't think anybody liked the name. I don't know where the fuck it came from. If it was Triple H that came up with it, I don't know. But
I don't know, man. And when they first announced that pay-per-view, and for it being the first one with ESPN, I was expecting a lot more from it. I'm like, something big is going to happen. Like, they have to have something to launch this thing. And I remember I texted you after they announced the name of the pay-per-view, and I said, who in their right fucking mind can cut a promo while mentioning this pay-per-view
Yep.
with a straight face?
Yep.
That name doesn't happen and I know he's out of the business. He's out of TKO and WWE now, but that name would never come up under Vince's watch.
No, not a chance. There's a lot of things. I mean, he's a shit human being. Yes, I mean, everyone will agree with that. But WWE was good for a while without Vince. It actually got better, but the last while. And again, and I keep going back to this because I refuse to believe that Paul Levesque, all he is at this point, he's not the figurehead. He's not the head of WWE. He's a minion in the hands of TKO.
Yeah.
They are telling him what to do. I refuse to believe that he thinks this is good. But now I'm going to say this. He came out and said before the pay-per-view started, there were going to be surprises and blah, blah, blah. Nothing happened. I don't remember any big surprises and anything like huge coming up at the pay-per-view. It was kind of, anyway.
The only thing that happened was Taker came out and inducted Stephanie into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I'll touch on that in a little bit here as well. Because, anyway.
In terms of surprises, though, you're right. There was absolutely nothing. Like, I went into this pay-per-view thinking, okay, it's a new event. They need to do something because they're starting to lose fans.
I went into it with an open mind. I did. I wasn't judging anything.
I mean, looking at the matches, there was nothing that really stood off the page for me. But yeah, I mean, like, for this being a brand new pay-per-view, and they're going with ESPN for the first time, and I was expecting a lot more bells and whistles. I got to say, I was let down.
I think a lot of people were. Okay, so let's go into it. The first match was this was awesome. They started off the match with Lesnar and Cena. I didn't think it was possible for Lesnar to get any fucking bigger, but he did.
The dude is a tank.
He's just fuck, man. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, I don't care how badass you are in the streets. You're 6'3", 240 pounds. That's a big man. What are you going to do against Brock Lesnar? NCAA heavyweight champion, UFC heavyweight champion. Paul Heyman was always right. Now, before we get into that, what did you think about him announcing Brock Lesnar?
Oh, was it on Raw? Was it the Raw or SmackDown leading up to the pay-per-view? And he said to Heyman, we should talk.
Yeah. I
don't see him joining the Vision.
No, I don't see it either. That would be a total mind fuck if he did.
Yeah. Brock, he's an alpha. He's an apex predator. He's not going to join a group where Seth Rollins is the leader. Brock does things on his watch.
Yeah. But again, Heyman introduces him.
I know. That blew my fucking mind. Like when they're doing the ring announcements and then ladies and gentlemen, and then he starts going into his spiel. I'm like, what?
I sat there. I was like, okay, what's it? I watched it later. I didn't watch it live as it happened
Right.
because we were out at the lake. Um, I'm sitting there and I'm listening to Heyman. It's like old times again, but it's like, there's got to be a bigger picture. There's got to be something going to happen down the road because right now this just doesn't make any fucking sense. But anyway, so Lesnar comes in. What did the match last? 7 minutes? 8 minutes?
8 minutes and change.
And Lesnar absolutely fucking destroyed John Cena. Now, a lot of people, I read a lot of things online, and people were pissed off. Like, this is Cena's retirement tour. Blah, 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 blah. What, are you going to just put Cena over every goddamn match? And they showed kids crying. Brock Lesnar is not there to put over John Cena. Brock Lesnar is back. Look at the size of the man. He is going to destroy everything in his path on his way to another WWE championship or a world heavyweight championship. That's it. He'll make kids cry. Doesn't care. He just doesn't care. It's not a surprise. And you know what? I'm glad the squash happened. I think it had to happen.
How many F5s did he hit Cena with? Was it 6?
4 or 5 for sure.
I thought it was like 6 or 7.
I had a few drinks. I don't remember. I know it was at least 4 or 5. I know it was at least 4 or 5.
I mean, looking back at the match, neither. I mean, you know what you're getting out of Brock. You're going to get nothing but power.
It's power and hard hitting. That's it.
Yeah. You're not going to get technical mat wrestling, I don't think.
No. Well, you're not going to get that from Cena either. You can't see me.
No.
Can you see me? I can't see you. Can you see me? That's what you're going to get from Cena. That's what you're going to get.
He's got maybe 4 or 5 moves.
The 5 moves of doom.
Yeah.
He's pulled out a few new ones now that it's his retirement tour. I think the last few matches he's had are the best that he's had in 15 years.
Oh,
20 years. Because he's going out. He wants to show that he could do more than that, like reverse power bomb, backflip, half a daiquiri twist fucking thing that he does. The 5-knuckle shuffle, the you can't see me, and the pickup slam before the you can't see me. You know, like he's done more. He's come along. But you can't do that with Brock Lesnar.
Fuck no.
It had to happen, and I think the match went I think Triple H set that match up. That seems like something Triple H would do. That was like a replay of the match him and Lesnar had a couple of years ago. I think it was at SummerSlam a few years ago where Lesnar annihilated him with like 30 suplex cities or something. Like,
well, I remember that, but they've got history going back to FCW though.
Oh yeah, they came up together.
They came up together. Yeah.
That was, geez. I could be wrong. I know Batista, Cena, and Randy Orton all came up together. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
I think Cena had already been in WWE for a bit before Lesnar. But no, the
ruthless aggression.
There was no surprise, and I think the match went exactly the way it was supposed to. The next match was the Uso tag team match with LA Knight as the referee. This was as shitty as I expected it to be.
Yep.
The
Agreed.
best part of the match was when Jey Uso busted himself open with the chair.
Yeah.
He literally busted himself open with the chair. That sums up the whole fucking match right there. Now you could tell, I mean, he was bleeding like a stuffed pig. And you could tell everyone kind of panicked for a second and just went home, called the match. That obviously wasn't supposed to happen. But this whole thing with the Usos and, you know, like Seth Rollins and his crew, it's just not good. Now, it's obvious to everyone that, I mean, they did it especially whenever they put the one finger in the air.
Yeah.
I think, now this is just me because it's too obvious. The way Jey Uso's been, I was just about called him Juju. the way Jey Uso has been the last couple of weeks, the way he's been the last couple of weeks, it's like he's ready to turn heel.
Oh yeah.
Maybe he'd go with Seth Rollins. I don't think it's him. I think it's going to be Big Jim that turns his back, because doing all this for Jey Uso is just too fucking obvious. Stevie Wonder
Way
can
too
see
obvious.
it. I think it's going to be Big Jim.
Yeah, I mean it's like you said, it's too obvious.
Because I
Um,
think right now Seth Rollins has a bigger problem with LA Knight as opposed to Jey Uso. Who's
yes.
the one that keeps coming in, looking at him and saving him? It's Jimmy Uso. And one of these days, Jimmy's going to take that chair and he's going to crack him. And then he's going to crack Jay and he's going to go with the Vision. That's what I think. But that match itself was that was a write-off. It's horrible. Listen, I love Braun Breaker. He's not a great wrestler. I just love his intensity and his power and his speed. Bronson Reed can't get out of his own way.
He's an egg.
He's not even, I mean, you could call him agile for a big guy.
Yep.
They're just there for power. The Usos super kick the air. They just super kick everything. And Jey Uso, I've said this for months, that his stock has been on the downfall for, well, half a year.
Yeah.
All their best stuff was done in the bloodline. But now,
Absolutely.
and that's another reason I also think that this is Big Jim's turn, because he's never really gotten a push. After Jay went on his own, he's not main event. He's not the right-hand man anymore. And Jimmy Uso was with Roman. I call an audible Us. That's the best he got. Jimmy, what are you doing? I call an audible Us. That's the best he got. I think it's Jimmy's turn to get a push.
Yeah, going into this match, when they announced that LA Knight was going to be the special guest referee, I'm like, this is going to be a schmoz. And it wasn't a no disqualification match. He watches them bring chairs into the ring. He watches them pull shit out from underneath the ring. He doesn't do anything about it. I'm like, this is going to be a farce. This is not going to be a wrestling match.
Yeah.
Like I knew I this going into the match. I
And
had no expectations for it whatsoever.
And that being said, too, though, I wouldn't mind that either. Let him go. He's not going to disqualify anyone. He's just going to let him go. But it wouldn't have mattered because the match sucked anyway.
It was terrible.
It was awful. It was just fucking awful. And that's about all you can say about it. Busted himself open, swinging the chair. Fuck me. The Women's World Championship, Io Sky versus Stephanie Valkyrie. This was it was good. It was a really good match. Stephanie Valkyrie could have a match with a broomstick, and as long as she does that devil's kiss, I will give it 5 out of 5 stars every single time. Okay? I'm just saying, anyone that knows me knows that Stephanie Valkyrie is my girl. I'd love to smooch with the devil anytime. She goes out, she wins the Women's World Championship. By the way, Io Sky, well, it doesn't really have anything to do with Io Sky. That match on Raw between Asuka and Mami, oh my God, I completely drew blank for a second. Rhea Ripley was one of the best matches I've seen on Raw in a very long, well, Raw and SmackDown combined.
Yep.
For that matter. Best match I've seen in a long, long time. But I mean, it's Asuka could always go. Asuka could always go. Io Sky can go. Rhea Ripley is Rhea Ripley. So Io Sky, yeah, all them girls can have a good time. Honest to God, they should be main event every night and just get it over with.
I can agree with that.
The Women's World Championship. What did you think of that match?
I personally, I thought that was the best match on the entire card on the pay-per-view.
Hands down.
You got two athletes that they can fly, they can mat wrestle. very quick in the ring. I had a feeling that Stephanie was going to win this match because we've seen Io with the title,
Yeah.
and just the way that they've been pushing Stephanie the last while. And don't get me wrong, I think she deserves
Oh,
she deserves
100% she
everything that
does.
she's getting.
Yeah.
She's put in the work. I was actually reading something online that she had her tryout, I think, with WWE back in like 2016,
2018.
2018, and she didn't make the cut. So she's basically been going around the world
Yeah.
and cutting her teeth that way.
Geez,
Um,
she ruled NXT.
oh my
She
God,
had all
yeah,
the female titles, like
yeah. To see her, to see that match, and to see her like rise up, get that title, I was happy to see it. I think she's going to hold on to that title for a little while.
I think so.
Uh, um, no, I thought that was the best match on the card.
She'll have that belt for a while as well, I think, because she's her English isn't horrible. So her it's not like her promos are 10 out of 10, but she knows enough where it's straight to the point, that's it, no bullshit.
Yeah,
She doesn't drag it on like other wrestlers do. She's she's a damn good wrestler, and she's hot, so they're going to sell a lot of merch. They're going to sell a lot of merch. So, and honestly, there's no one, like you said, she's going to have battles with Rhea Ripley, and I think she's going to have battles with Io Sky eventually for that world championship. And I don't think she's done with Asuka.
no, no,
I think you're going to see a triple threat there eventually with Asuka, Stephanie, and Rhea Ripley. At some point, it's going to be a triple threat for the women's championship. I say she's got that belt at least until WrestleMania, minimum. She's hanging on to that belt.
I can see it. Do you think they booked that for Crown Jewel?
No,
No triple threat.
I think it would be a waste of skin because all the skin's going to be covered up because the women aren't allowed to dress the way they are.
Well, it's in Perth this year. It's in Australia.
Oh,
Yeah.
well then possibly. I hope so. Because yeah, I hope so. I'd be like Jerry Lawler just spazzing out over that match. Puppies, woo! All right, now Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch versus CM Punk and AJ Styles. AJ Lee, Jesus Christ. AJ Styles. Um, I don't know what to think of this match. I was really looking forward to it. I was really happy when AJ came back. There was a part of me just wanted to hate this match because I can't stand Becky Lynch. And I'm going to say this now. Becky Lynch was getting over um, with that whole, like years ago, she was getting over before she got really big. But what put her over the top was when she got busted no open in the face by Nia Jax. That's what put
Yeah.
her over the fucking edge and made her the man and all this fucking stuff. I was so sick of Becky Lynch before they had a kid. And she went away and I was so happy. And now she's back. And it didn't take me long to get sick of her again. I think the only reason she's in the position that she's in right now, not back then, at least she deserved it. She worked hard for it. Right now, she's in the position that she's in because she's married to Seth Rollins. She drives me fucking crazy. I can't stand her. Sorry for anyone that loves Becky, but I can't fucking stand her. I wanted to hate this match just because she was in it. The match itself, I don't know how to take it. I found AJ she did well. She's still trying to shake off a little ring rust, but Becky is just a fucking terrible seller. She's terrible at selling anything that she gives or take. Well, anything she takes, and she's not very good at delivering what she gives. Seth Rollins and CM Punk didn't do horrible, but again, it was like a Monday Night Raw match. It
Yeah.
wasn't But I also, again, at the same time, I didn't go in with a clear head. I already had like an asterisk on this, like, oh, Becky's in this match. I'm going to fucking hate it.
Right.
So I kind of just, ate my chips and sipped on a drink and I watched it, but I didn't give it as much attention as I thought I should have. What did you think of it?
To me, this was a popcorn match. I hate, I absolutely hate mixed tag teams.
Yeah.
Never been a fan of them whatsoever. Hate them. Fucking hate them. Um, when AJ was in WWE, that would like the last time, that would have been when I wasn't actually watching it. So getting a chance to watch her live in the ring, I'd have to go back and watch some of her previous matches. But given the fact that she's been out of the business for so long, for her to come back, I thought she moved well.
Yeah.
I thought she moved really well in the ring. Um, Becky, I think she stinks as a heel.
Yeah.
It's
Sports Illustrated said she's the greatest female wrestler of all time. Yeah. Okay.
like her heel turn. It seems like it's too forced. It reminds me of when they forced Cena
Yeah.
on his heel turn.
Cena did a much better job.
Yeah, but I mean, like it seems too forced to me. She says the same shit every single night on the same promos, and in terms of the ring, um, I, I mean, you know what you're getting when Becky is in the ring.
Yeah.
Like you said, she doesn't really sell very well. Seth and Punk, I want to see those two go at it in a Hell in a Cell. I want to see them in a cage.
Well, didn't they do that already?
I don't think they've done. Did they do Punk and Rollins in a cage?
Oh, no, maybe they didn't.
That might have been Cody and Rollins when Cody had his pec tear.
Maybe it was. I thought they did
Anyway,
a cage match or something. Anyway.
I want to see these two basically locked in a room or a cage or something. This feud has to end.
I want to see what they used to do in ECW. Well, they did it once. A Taipei death match. Each guy puts tape on their hands, they dip their hands in glue, and then they dip their hands in broken glass.
Oh, Jesus.
ECW did it one time and one time only. And I watched that match, and there's a reason why they never did it again.
I bet
It was
there is.
brutal.
Yeah, like I mean, looking, they've basically been. Rollins has not liked Punk since Punk came back in Chicago at Survivor Series. What was it? 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
If it was
Like
that long ago, 2 years ago.
Rollins threw a fit after War Games after CM Punk came out. So this has been going on for this long. And I know Seth has already said that as long as he has air in his lungs, Punk will never see a championship title.
Yeah.
He will never see success. This has been dragged out for too long. I want to see those. I want to see these two put in the ring, put in a cage, put them in a padded room. I don't care. Let them fight it out. Let them finally get over this, whatever this is. But in terms of the match, I thought it was a popcorn match. I didn't really pay too much attention to it.
It just WWE the last while has not been good, and I don't know like what. I don't know honestly. I can't just blame creative. I can't just blame the talent because it's a combination of everything. The moves, the delivery, the selling, the storylines, nothing has been great or over the top.
No, nope.
In anything. And maybe it's announcing WrestleMania is going to be in Saudi Arabia. A ringside ticket will cost you $70,000. What the fuck is that? Ticket prices are out the yin yang. Look at Jacob Fatu. I saw somewhere online, I was just scrolling and something popped up that WWE kind of has lost faith in Jacob Fatu. And you know what? I kind of did too after that the last pay-per-view he was in with Solo. They were in the cage, and I said the best part of the match was whenever he ripped his wrist off when they had handcuffed him to the top of the cage. That was the best part of the match. Rumor is, and it's only rumor, it's what I read just in passing, WWE's kind of lost faith in Jacob Fatu. Well, they're not using him either.
They're not.
Look at Solo. When was the last time Solo did anything in his BMFs or BFTs, whatever the fuck they're called?
Yeah.
Another stupid storyline. Like, I think they need to let Jacob Fatu do his thing, keep going the way he's going, but they got to take Solo and those BFTs. They got to do something with that. That's just a fucking waste of time. And that's my opinion. It's only my opinion, but I think it's absolutely stupid to have all those guys. You've got Solo, who's basically the mouthpiece, can't wrestle. And then you've got a 6'10" or 7 foot tall Kirk Hammett, young Kirk Hammett from Metallica. And then you got two other guys that are just useless. Like, it's not a good faction. They're not tough anymore. There is no more bloodline.
No.
So is Solo like a godfather now? Like, I'm the leader of my family tree. It's just dumb. You take I don't know.
There's a lot of talent that's on the roster that they haven't done anything with in a long time. And I'm like you. I don't know if it's the writing. I don't know if it's creative. I don't know if when Vince was finally phased out of the picture, if they had stuff written and in place for months after he was gone. Because
yeah, but my God, how long has he been gone now? You would
Jesus.
They could have taken anything, even if they took Vince McMahon's story writing or whoever else was writing, and they kept going for 3 months. You can phase and tweak that as you go. So I don't take what Vince did, like if Vince had a year's worth of material. I don't necessarily believe that they're using that. And if this was Vince's stuff and they're just using it, well, Jesus, stop doing it. It's not working.
See, what I was thinking is that, because they always said that Vince didn't think what was going to happen next month. Vince was always thinking like a year down the road.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's like everyone has always said that whenever it comes to creative. I'm wondering if they just completely ran out of Vince's ideas and now they just don't know what to do with the talent. Because, like, I mean, okay, look at Jade, Cargirl.
Yeah.
What they did, she wasn't cheap. They bring her in. What have they done with her? That she had a feud with Nia Jax. She had a feud with Naomi.
Then she got out hurt and made her big comeback and exposed Naomi and had a couple of more matches, and that's about it.
They haven't done anything with her.
No.
I was thinking at least at this point, build her up to put like the women's championship on her, and it's almost like they don't have anything for her.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
There's so much talent on this roster that they don't know what to look at. Andrade.
They let him go. I never understood that. One of the most talented guys that they have, and I was happy that he was back. I loved him in AEW. I was happy he came back to WWE. Looked like he was getting some momentum, like even a little bit of a push, even in a tag team, and they just released him. Now, I heard it was disciplinary was the reason, but that's not official.
Right.
So I don't know what you got to do discipline-wise, aside from taking a swing at Triple H, that will get you kicked out of WWE. Did he run down a hotel hallway butt naked? Did he take his balls and dip it in the soup in the kitchen of the hotel he was staying at? Like, what do you got to do disciplinary-wise to get kicked out? You have a little ruckus on the floor with another member of talent, whatever. That happened all the time back in the day, and Triple H is running things. He knows that.
Oh my God.
You know, like, who knows what happened, but I don't know. But I also didn't look into it either. So earlier that day, I didn't watch it all, but it was on early enough. I turned on AEW for the first time in 2 years, I guess it would be.
Jesus.
And I got to tell you, man, now I watched the first three matches. That's all I watched. And then, because at that point it was about 2 o'clock in the afternoon and Alberta time. And my son Cameron wanted to go outside and play this little golf game that we have. So I went out. Jerry actually went to it because it was in Toronto. And
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
this guy he knows gave him a free ticket. And they were on the floor, which is pretty cool. Um, so the first match was, I believe it was Edge and Christian against the Revival, FTR, they were
Okay.
called. They always remind me of Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard and the WWF. That was probably one of the best tag team matches I've seen in years. Absolutely incredible. The next match, I don't have what they were written down. Um, oh my God, what was the next? Oh, I watched this. It was a ladders and tack match.
Oh, Jesus.
MJF against one of the Briscoe brothers. I can't remember. I can't think of his first name because it's been so long, but his partner slash brother, he passed away a couple of years ago unexpectedly.
Yep.
So he's just going on his own. Poor guy looks like a meth head from the trailer park. The guy that's wrestling now, but he started it with four big aluminum buckets worth of tacks, and they were all over the mat. He covered the entire mat with tacks, and it was fucking brutal, but entertaining. And then I can't remember what the third match was. What was the third match I watched? Um, I can't remember, but I think there were 10 matches on that card altogether that night. Like there were, aside from the third match, which I can't remember what I watched, but it was really friggin' good. Or maybe the MJF was the third match. I can't remember, but there were five championship matches that night, and then like at least two other matches, regular matches. Now, from what I read on the internet, AEW completely blew WrestlePalooza out of the water,
Yeah.
absolutely annihilated them. So, I mean, it was smart that they were on early in the afternoon. And then, like, I thought it was going to be a great day of wrestling. I was so disappointed with WWE. But for a while there, well, now there's a reason why I stopped watching AEW a couple of years ago because the product wasn't good. And I'm not saying the product is superior to WWE, but it's like they're turning a corner. They're doing something right. Supposedly, the Hangman Adam Page match was just through the roof, just incredible. Jerry couldn't stop bragging about it. Um, it's honestly to the point now. Like for the most part, we try to we stick primarily to WWE when it comes to doing our shows. But I'll be honest with you, that's part of the reason why we're going longer and longer in between shows now, just because there's not much to talk about. A lot of their PLEs or pay-per-views, whatever you want to call them nowadays, are glorified Monday Night Raws or SmackDowns.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be pay-per-views. Now, and even the last, and this is what I was scared of. I called this months and months ago. The last Saturday night's main event was not that great. It hands down, in my opinion, it was the worst one yet. And I don't want that. At least it's not every month. That's what I was scared of because they would
Yeah.
water it down. But honestly, I feel like I have to start watching more AEW because I think there'd be a little bit more. Well, judged on this past weekend, there's a lot more to critique than opposed to waiting for WWE to do something and get better.
I have to agree. I mean, I haven't watched AEW since Sting was in it, so that'll tell you how long it's
Yeah.
been for me. Him and Darby Allin were tag teaming, I think, at the time. And like you said, I mean, for the most part, our shows they're predominantly WWE, but Yeah, I mean, and like we said earlier, like they've got talent on the roster that they're just not using.
Yeah.
It's like they don't know what direction to go in with them. Um, I just, the pro they're slipping.
They are
They're
slipping,
slipping.
and
It,
that's why I was saying I can't put a finger on it. I don't know if it's the talent. I don't know if it's the writing. Is it Triple H? Is it TKO? But there's something missing where the magic is not there. Like one of the cool there to me there were two cool parts of WrestlePalooza. And I meant to touch on this earlier before I got into AEW. One was Brock Lesnar going out and annihilating John Cena, which was I said had to happen because it's Brock Lesnar. Look at him. And the second was Taker coming out and inducting Stephanie into the Hall of Fame. That was kind of a cool spot. Those were the highlights of WrestlePalooza. The opening match and Taker. You look at the rest of it and it wasn't good. It just wasn't good.
it wasn't. It
And
really wasn't.
and like I said,
Like
who do you blame? Is it TKO? Is it Triple H? Is it the writing? Is it talent? Is it everything in between? Because man, I'll say it again. There's no magic anymore.
no, no. The stories that they're coming up with, and I was looking ahead at what they've got coming up for Crown Jewel. They've got Seth versus Cody. What we've been down this road before
For a ring.
for a ring. That's
Like
that's that's it. The belts that they came up with, which are absolutely hideous, um, they stay in Saudi Arabia. So you're literally having a match for a ring. But we've already done Seth versus Cody in Hell in a Cell when Cody tore his pec. And what's the purpose of this match?
yeah.
Title versus title? Are they looking to unify them? Like what? Like there's nothing there.
No.
I like when I first saw that this was going to be a thing for Crown Jewel. I'm like, okay, they better come up with a good story between now and then because there is nothing at the moment leading up to this.
No. There's not. And this is the thing. Like they're both standing idly by as world champions.
Yep.
Respectively, both world champions on the sideline, just waiting for a mic to be put in their hand.
Yep.
So that's if you look at it at that aspect, what is creative doing? There isn't even like, at least you'll see Pierce come out and we're going to have a battle royal to decide the number one contender, or a fatal four way, or God damn it, let's roll around in a bunch of pegs and the first one to get it in between his ass cheeks is the number one contender. Do something. Like fuck, do something. But
Yeah.
they're not even doing that. And like, when was the last time Cody wrestled?
Oh, geez.
At least Seth just, well, I mean, aside from the pay-per-view, Seth wrestled a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like the champs aren't coming out. But like I haven't seen Cody hardly at all. He comes out and gives an interview. That's about it.
They don't have anything for him.
It's
That's the only thing that I can think of. It to me, this falls on creative.
and Triple H is, and again, now, like I said, Triple H is just in TKO's hands, but I don't think TKO knows enough about professional wrestling for them to
No.
stick their nose in and say, Hunter, I want you to do this. Or let's work on this down the road. Because as far as I know now, Rock, the rumors are, now I've heard different rumors, that Rock won't be getting in a ring anymore. He's focusing on movies. I've also heard rumors he's going to confront John Cena at Survivor Series for his last match in December. I've heard rumors that he's the weight he lost is for an upcoming movie. I've heard rumors that he's sick. Like, so you don't know what to believe, right? Like this all came up in a week. But now, is it a deflection? Like, maybe this is part of it. And you know what? Honestly, at this point, I was so pissed off at the John Cena heel turn, and then all of a sudden he's instantly back to a baby face because The Rock is the one that fucked that. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Rock fucked that whole thing. At this point, they almost need him to come back and confront John Cena because the product is so damn stale. And we talked about this with Brock Lesnar before this WrestlePalooza pay-per-view. It can't be a drawn out battle. Cena's not going to retire battling Brock.
No.
Until December in his final match because it's not realistic. Lesnar's going to destroy him every time. Is it? So maybe maybe the rumors are true that Rock is going to confront him at Survivor Series, challenge him in December because they have a history anyway. They fought 2 WrestleManias in a row.
Yep.
So, I mean, and then not just 2 WrestleManias in a row. Look at the Attitude Era.
Oh my God.
Or not the Attitude Era, the Ruthless Aggression Era. It was all Cena Rock or Rock Triple H, like it was all like those guys going at it. But I think at this point they need The Rock. Whether or not it's true and whether or not he's going to be in shape. But the product is just so damn stale right now.
They need a shot in the arm. They need something. In comparing AEW to WWE, it kind of reminds me of when WCW was starting to rise. A little bit.
Yeah.
WWE was starting to get a little stale.
Yeah, I can see it.
Everyone was getting tired of the same shtick.
Yep.
And maybe I got to start watching a little bit more of AEW, but
it's on tonight.
It's on tonight. Might throw that on, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what they need.
That's what's driving me crazy too. You can't put a finger on something, but there's something missing.
Something is missing. Absolutely.
So do you take the talent aside and ask for opinions at this point? I mean, they have to see it. It's right in front of them. They have to see it. They can't be so blind as to just put blinders on and think everything is great. I think at this point, excuse me, at this point, they've got to have it like a talent meeting and be like, guys, what do you think is going on? What do you think is missing from the product? Is it creative? Is it a lack of motivation from you guys? That's if they think something is wrong. We're looking at it like something is wrong. Maybe they're not seeing it because the fans are, I mean, it's one thing to watch at home on television. It's another thing to be there live.
Yeah.
Maybe fans right now think WWE is awesome. Maybe we're the only ones. Maybe we're just getting too old and we're armchair quarterbacking it. And we're saying this sucks because we're grumpy and old and I'm almost out of beer. Where the fans in the crowd are, yeah, this is awesome. Like, is it us or I just want to know, like, are we the only two? We can't be the only two looking at the product on TV right now and thinking that it's stale. We can't be.
I'm going to go back to last summer, and I know I brought this up a few times in the past on the show. When we were in Ottawa for Raw, I was excited for that.
Yeah.
I was excited to see the stories unfold. I was excited to see the product on TV, like leading up to that event. That's why we bought those tickets. We paid out the nose for them. It was an amazing experience. Don't get me wrong. But like,
what you got those tickets for? I would do it.
The lead up, like we got our tickets in January and the show was in July of last year.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. But like leading up to that, Like everything was good. Everything was awesome. The stories were great. The matches were great. You had your odd stinker here and there, but
Oh yeah, it's gonna happen.
given the state of where the company's at right now, I'm not paying that money to go see that
Oh
show.
my God, no. My God, no.
Like there's no meat on the bone. That's the only way that I can put it.
So where do you go? Like I said, where do you go? Where do you take a company that, and again, this is just us. Maybe we're just grumpy old men, but where do you take a company that we feel is stale and something is missing? Are we the only ones that think this product is stale and needs a little injection of something? Or does the talent and other fans see it too? And that's it, guys. Another show is in the books. What do you guys think? Donald and I hopefully are not the only old geezers in the wrestling world that think WWE is stale. What do you guys think? Drop us a line at the figure4podcast@gmail.com. Until next time, my name is Doug. I am out.